Are you ready to make your home look like it's straight out of a magazine? Well, these small living room layout tips are going to do just that. Today, I'm sharing with you the top living room design hacks gathered from renowned interior designers and trade publications. These tricks are going to make your small living room look and feel more spacious without breaking the bank. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end because I've got the most surprising tip to maximize your space that is also surprisingly easy to do. So let's get started.
Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room, or should I say, lack of room. Small living spaces can be a real headache. You've got limited square footage, awkward layouts, and the constant struggle of balancing style with functionality. But here's the good news. A well-planned layout can take your living room from cramped to cozy without knocking down any walls. It's all about making the most of what you have. By thinking strategically about how you arrange your furniture, you can create a space that feels open, inviting, and totally functional. And the best part, you don't need a degree in interior design to pull it off. Now, let's talk about the key principles that guide our layout decisions. First up is scale and proportion. When you're working with a small space, every piece of furniture needs to earn its keep. That means choosing items that fit the scale of your room. Think compact, multifunctional furniture, which is one of my personal favorites, that doesn't overwhelm the space. Next up, we got to think about creating zones. Just because your living room is small doesn't mean it can't have multiple functions. You can have a seating area, a reading nook over there, and by breaking up the space into different zones, you can make your living room feel more organized and spacious. And finally, don't forget about vertical space. Wall-mounted shelves, tall bookcases, anything that draws the eye upward can help free up floor space and add some visual interest. All right, now let's dive into the heart of our video, practical layout ideas that'll transform your small living room into a functional yet stylish space. Let's start with the L-shaped arrangement. This is a favorite for a reason. It's perfect for maximizing seating while keeping the room open and inviting. By placing an L-shaped sofa or a sectional in a corner, you create a cozy seating area that feels really intimate without sacrificing space. One of the great things about this layout is how it improves traffic flow. The open side of the L shape naturally guides movement throughout the room, which makes it ideal for spaces where you need to balance seating with walkways. Plus, the corner placement allows for additional furniture pieces like a coffee table or a side chair without overcrowding the room. To enhance this layout, consider adding a side table or a floor lamp to the open side of the sofa. This not only provides a convenient spot for a drink or a book, but it also helps to visually anchor the space, making it feel like a well thought out nook rather than just a corner filled with furniture. Next, let's talk about floating your furniture. This is a fantastic layout idea if your room is small, but you don't want it to feel like you're in a tight little box. The idea here is simple. Don't push all your furniture up against the walls. Instead, try pulling your sofa away from the wall and placing it more centrally in the room. By doing this, you create a more defined living area that feels spacious and open. One of the perks of this layout is that it's incredibly versatile. You can place a console table against the wall behind the floating sofa for extra storage or to display different items and knickknacks. This is especially useful in narrow rooms where every inch counts. For those of you who love balance and order, the symmetrical layout may be your best friend. This layout revolves around creating a mirror image on either side of a central focal point, like a coffee table or a fireplace. It's a classic design strategy. It brings a sense of harmony and elegance to any room. Here's how it works. Place identical pieces of furniture like 2 armchairs or 2 side tables on either side of your focal point. This creates a balanced, cohesive look that's both visually pleasing and functional. It's particularly effective in square rooms where the symmetry helps to fill the space evenly. The beauty of the symmetrical layout is that it naturally draws the eye to the center of the room, making it feel grounded and inviting.
By the way, my name's Carrie. I'm a designer here at Penny Modern. And if you are getting value from this video, Please make sure you hit that like button and also hit subscribe if you'd like more affordable home decor ideas and inspiration.
Now let's explore the multi-zone layout. This is perfect if your living room needs to serve multiple functions. Maybe you need a seating area, a reading nook, and a small workspace all in one room. By dividing your living room into distinct zones, you can maximize functionality without making the space feel cluttered. Start by defining each zone with area rugs and strategic furniture placement. For example, a rug under the sofa and the coffee table can mark the seating area, while a different rug or even just a chair and a lamp over in the corner can create a cozy reading nook. If you need a workspace, a small desk against a wall or in an alcove can complete the setup. The key to making this layout work is ensuring that each zone feels distinct, yet it also is cohesive with the rest of the room. Keep the color palette and the style choices consistent throughout so the space feels unified, even if it's serving multiple purposes. Now let's talk about the circular flow layout. This is an excellent choice if you want to create a natural flow in your living room, encouraging movement and conversation. The idea here is to arrange your furniture in a circular pattern around a central point, like a coffee table or an ottoman. This layout is perfect for small living rooms that double as a social space. By arranging your seating in a circle, you create an inclusive environment that's great for conversation. Everyone faces each other, making it super easy to chat and interact, whether you're hosting guests or just having a family night enjoying your family. Another advantage of the circular flow layout is that it naturally guides traffic around the room. There's no awkward stopping point, just a smooth, continuous flow that makes the room feel more open and connected. Each of these layouts has its own unique strengths, so think about what's the most important to you, whether it's maximizing seating, creating a cozy atmosphere, or dividing a room into functional zones. The right layout can make all the difference in how you experience your space.
Have you been thinking about updating your living room or maybe just doing a room makeover or a little bit of refresh? You might want to use my 100% free room makeover planner to help you with your project. It's got a clear plan laid out for you to fill out along with a budget worksheet. So download it today for free at pennymodern.com/planner, link in description. Now let's get back to our next living room layout tip.
Multifunctional furniture is your secret weapon. Think ottomans with hidden storage, coffee tables with compartments, and wall-mounted shelving units that keep your floor space clear. Incorporating built-ins is another smart move. Built-in storage solutions not only save space, but also reduce clutter, making your room feel larger. And if you're dealing with a really small space, hidden storage hacks like under the sofa storage or stylish baskets can keep things tidy and out of sight. Not all living rooms are created equal. Some are long and narrow, some are square, and some have odd angles or alcoves, but don't worry, I got layout ideas for those tricky spaces too. If your living room is long and narrow, consider breaking it into functional zones. Area rugs can help define those zones, like a seating area at one end and a reading nook at the other. This approach makes the room feel more cohesive and less like a hallway. For square living rooms, try a symmetrical layout, centering your furniture around a focal point like a coffee table or maybe a fireplace. This creates a very cozy and intimate atmosphere. And if your room has odd angles or alcoves, use custom or modular furniture to make the most of those spaces. Turn those quirks into features. Okay, here's the moment you've all been waiting for. The most surprising living room layout idea that might just blow your mind. The modular, transformable living room. This is the living room of the future, folks. Imagine a space where your furniture can easily be rearranged or transformed to serve multiple functions, depending on what you need that day or that hour. There's sectional sofas that split individual seats, and there's modular shelving that can be reconfigured or tables that adjust in height. This approach lets you reinvent your living room without buying new furniture. It's a dynamic and versatile way to keep your space fresh and functional, no matter what life throws at you.
So now you've got an idea of how your living room layout needs to be to maximize your space. You still need to decorate it, right? So I want to give you tons of living room design trends, and you can get that by watching this video right here. And make sure you do that right away so you can see all the latest styles to decorate your space.